You don't mind if I stream for a little bit, do you?
No, I'd rather you wait for the next box and then I need to go
I can go. I can BRB when he needs a cuddle. Where is Steam Deck? Default profile. No, I want profile 1. There we go. Hello. I've been having a while. I know I've not been very active on social media and streaming, but I have a free evening, so you know, playing a bit of Farming Simulator, the old-fashioned way. 1700 left intact. Yeah, no, it was still part there last week when I was there, but I don't know. Harvester, Harvey the Harvester. I got a brand new combine harvester. I watched a TikTok earlier and I was like, I've not played Farming Simulator in ages. And it suggested to start on hard, take out a £250,000 loan, and start the game with £250,000. And then just repay it all and do loads of contracts until you can afford a little bit of land and etc. etc. So this is like the 4th time of me trying it because I keep getting really shit contracts. 1700 blew up in flames. 509 did, but you know, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about 509. I'm sat on OMSI. Yay. And good day yesterday. Oh, very good day. I have not even like downloaded half the footage yet. Yeah, we should have drove. Yeah, we should have drove. But there was an autistic one with the group who likes trains. I got £7 back, by the way, Harvester. I don't know if you've done your claim for GWR not running. I think it was GWR. I can't remember who it was. It wasn't running. But they gave me £7.50 back, and I should get it back. 1860 is still knackered. Well, Rosie, shouldn't have let you drive it, should they? Right, I've got to go up to there. I keep forgetting I've turned cruise control off. Is the cruise control 1860? Yeah, we should have drove. We should have drove. I didn't apply for it. Why not? You can still apply for it. You got 28 days. You not got your ticket. You binned your ticket, didn't you? You got in and threw your ticket in the bin. For shame. I know what you did, Harv. I know what you did. Am I peaking, by the way? Is the chat volume okay? I don't know if I should turn off here. Yeah, I should turn off here. Hello, Ant. How has your weekend been? It's been very interesting. We went to a 1940. We went to the tram museum. There is a video coming about it shortly. We went to the tram museum. It was a 1940s weekend. It was fantastic. It was really good. In my pockets, good on you, Harvey. Good on you. Honestly, you might as well get the money back. I'm gonna go right, maybe. Yeah, it was a really good weekend. I think this is something to do with wood. It's something to do with trees. So basically, I'm playing the new Farming Simulator. It's not. I haven't got the season pass or anything. It's just the base Farming Simulator, and I'm playing it in hard mode. And I'm deciding to. I don't have any land. I'm just doing contracts. I'm just a contractor. If someone buys, they're gonna need a fresh gearbox, a welder, and a whole lot of spare time. Yes, and someone who can solder PCB boards, because the motherboard is knackered in it, and it may have snapped, according to an engineer. How long has 1735 left? The way we're going through buses, probably a lot of time. the way new buses are what you call it, in being, you know, driven. I would say it has as much time as it needs. Or no time. You never know. It's Transdev. We don't know. I don't know if I'm allowed to say I work for Transdev. I know you guys know that I work for Transdev, but I don't know if I'm now allowed to say I work for Transdev. So, yes, we'll find out. just go out and ride it. If you really want to ride it, it's time to go out and ride it. No point putting it off any longer, because there's no guarantee that it'll be there. Would you play Forza Horizon 6? Yes, when it comes down in price though. I'm kind of in this desire of not to play Xbox exclusive titles anymore, but I really want to because I've always been a Forza guy since Forza 3 or 2, the one that had the 350Z on it, the orange 350Z. So yeah. Ooh, trees. Chicken. I don't know what it is. Yeah, so I've always been a Forza guy. I want to be a Forza. I want to play Forza, but I don't want to pay the stupid prices because I don't have an Xbox Game Pass subscription anymore. Buses should be arriving in a few months, I hope. Our new bus. Which one? It's expensive. It is. It's not cheap, is it? It's very, very expensive. How many trees got to cut down? Did it actually say in the contract? 9. No trees. 9 trees to cut down. I will make my debut on a video, hopefully, if I'm not edited out. You've given me a challenge, haven't you? You gave me a challenge. Right, am I just gonna... Is it just any tree in this area? Or do I have to get right in the centre? Hi, Hunt. I hope you are okay over the longest day of the year. My mum is always... it was yesterday. She gave birth to me. Oh, man. Your poor mum. She gave birth to you on the longest day. Yeah, it was good. Like Harvey said, it would have been better. It would have been better if... is this not the tree I meant to be cutting? Oh, right, okay. I see it. They have marked the trees. I've never played this game, so... Do I just release the tree now? Oh, no, what am I doing? No, back. Yeah, it was an extremely long day yesterday. Oh God, what am I stuck on? This is the one thing I don't like about this game sometimes. The little silly physics things. Right. I see number 2 tree here. I don't know if I'm meant to like transport them or something, but I don't know how I would have done if we both drive. So I don't know. I think I would have drove. I think I would have drove. Mainly because, not to be nasty, I have a bit more experience, he says, as he tries to drive a very difficult tractor. I have a bit more experience, don't I? I still need to roll the 464 from Maccleston Rochdale. Definitely stands. Planes, these, and they don't know about... What? Rosie, please do elaborate. I'm not sure even I follow what you're saying. Sweet. What planes? This one's like dead. Right, so where are the rest of these trees? hit like the hardest contract, haven't I? I would recommend you buying a bus, Ant. I do love solos. Would you recommend buying a bus? I don't know. You need to have deep pockets and some patience and expertise in it. And a lot of time, I think, is key to say. Right, if anyone can spot another tree. Oh no, you cut down the wrong tree. You keep on. I didn't mean to cut it down. It cut itself down. Oh, there's one. There's 9 of these trees to cut down. Oh, on that ant. Great. I'm getting some funds for our bus. Oh, sweet. Sweet. How long did it take to pass your license test? We did 20 hours, I think. It took me about 2 months. Check my snap. I must say 3613 is quite a good Gemini 2, although when I tried to get it, I ended up with a 2426. When I go for the 152, well, no, there's some, you know, yeah, I get that. Some good buses in there. Hello, transport couple. How are we? Back from your cruise, I see. Unless this is you from your cruise, I really do not like the expensive machine. Just in case I accidentally destroy it. Saving computer, do not wait. 2426 is well good. 3613, that's on the X41. Which were 6 trees remaining? You could really have made this a little bit easier. Penalty per tree. In this area, there's a problem with deadwood. Help the owner and cut down all the dead trees. Each tree is already marked for you. You can sell them afterwards. Well, I can't because I have no hardware to sell. So we're doing a really silly challenge where you start off with no money and no equipment, and you slowly have to build yourself by using contracts. Zero contract all the time. They run double deckers on the X41. Occasionally, yeah, not all the time. Oh yeah, we don't know if we're getting them yet, do we? There's nothing been confirmed yet. We need to figure that one out. There's a lot of rumours going around at the moment. We're having this good conversation earlier on this week, really. We're having this conversation. I've never seen a double decker on the X41. You've never been out on a Friday then, or a Saturday night. There is always double deckers on the X41 on the weekends and on the Fridays and Thursdays because of the concerts. Where's the other tree? Oh, there's one. I've seen another one. Ugh. I'm just looking for the type of trees now. I'm just thinking, oh, hang on, that's going to be the best way of finding it. I wonder how the X43 driver is doing that you told off. Well, apparently he was playing the same game today. I was really annoyed at that. He really took the biscuit. And I'm not one for going and being like, hey, come on. But that took the biscuit yesterday. But apparently he's doing that again today, so... I don't know what his problem is. Hopefully someone can work out the word with him. I don't like going around and saying, like, you know, I won't say throwing my weight per se, but having to have conversations with people that's just beyond stupidity. for context and clarification, when we were on the way back yesterday, we got the X43, I think it was, or X41. It's fast from, it was Manchester, there was the Burnley one. And basically the guy was meant to be out at past, and he just wasn't ready. He was like 12 minutes late. And it was just stupid. There was no need for it. Like, he should not have done being late, being on his phone whilst should have been leaving. I totally agree. It's one of those. I'm not that sort of person that usually goes out of my way to be like, hey, you're doing something wrong. It's kind of not my job. I am a bus driver. I mean, like Rose will tell you, sometimes you lose a track of time. He didn't lose track of time. He was just being a king, just being an absolute royal douchebag. And I'm sorry to say it. And you know, you don't think your colleagues are going to be like that, but he clearly had alternative motive, not wanting to do his job, and he used to be a bus driver. You know. Forward. This has been so much easier with just a chainsaw. One more tree. Based on the fact that I now know what the trees look like, it shouldn't. That's the stump of the other tree. Based on the fact that I now know what they look like, I shouldn't struggle, but knowing me, I would struggle to find the last one. Cause I'm an idiot and the combined harvester. Then again, I'm not sure if it loads it all in straight away. A very packed, dense forest here. Roads that's quite frequent with vision drivers on the 25. You do get some busty drivers who clearly don't do the job and don't enjoy it. Well, yeah, you do, but you just don't be a bus driver. It's as simple as that. Nobody forces any bus driver to be a bus driver. We all chose this job based on the fact that we wanted to drive people and buses. You know, it's not... I'm not being nasty. I'm not saying like I'm the best in the world at what I do, because I'm far from it. But we all decided that we were going to be bus drivers, and we all decided that we were part of this idea of driving to get people to and from work. This one tree's going to leave me, isn't it? Oh, hang on. Is it that one? Yeah, I cancelled that one because I didn't have the 650 income. So I'm now minus again. Right. What does he want to do? He wants to press round bales. Hoeing. I'm gonna go with which one pays more? Right, I'm gonna borrow those items. How do I start the engine? Oh, thanks. I've never had to do that before. Right, field 40. So, out of here, turn right, left at 21. Only, I hate Volvos though. I feel like our Volvos are getting bad in the nicest way possible, and I think Rosie understands where I'm coming from this. I think they're just getting bad, aren't they? They're just getting horrible to forget. I've applied for it. You do get some bus drivers. And would you recommend driving for Transdev? Yeah, I like driving for Transdev. That's why I'm still here. I drive a bus for a bus company. Can't say which bus company it is, but I do drive for one. I do still enjoy it. It's still good. Still good to drive from. There are moments. Field 40, so 41, turn right. You know, when I was saying this to Rosie the other day, it's not always as easy as it makes out to be. I prefer light over Volvo. So we're now minus 650 quid. I don't mind being on a street light. Street lights are good. When the street light works, it works. Right, okay. Right, just bear with me for 2 seconds. I'm just going to go and say goodnight to my son. Right, I need to see chat. Right. Right. That Yorkshire Tiger Bit's been scrapped. Scrapped a long time ago. There's nothing. I think there's nothing in the yard. that is there. That shouldn't be there. Even the 36 bus is gone now. I don't know where the 36 bus went. But it went. It went bye-bye. So yeah, there's nothing in there. There's nothing really in the... they got bail counters now. I really want to download the Mod Hub damage pack. That, I don't know if you've seen that on YouTube. I think I showed Rosie the other day about it. Like you do servicing and stuff. But yeah, no, there's nothing in the... There's nothing really interesting in the yard at the moment. Everything's... You know, there's just the new Enviros. You don't seem to get a lot, yeah. 191 is the only black bus that's in the yard that isn't Blackburn. Yeah. I want to know where the who put the thing in it. I would love to have created an office chair with that Yorkshire Tiger seat. There's still a possibility that you could probably find. I don't know. Was there any Yorkshire Tigers at the scrapyard, or did they just like? Were they just gone when we went to the scrapyard? Auto. Or did it just drop it automatically? Cocaine snort this lot up. That's fine. There was some crushed. Yeah. I don't think there was anything left, was there? Only that Rozo bus of ours in that one. Oh yeah. Which had no stairs. Yeah, which we couldn't get up. Sad times. Sad times. There was a couple of Pilkey buses though, weren't there? A couple of Pilkington buses. Those Yorkshire Tigers sat around. It's sad to see buses scrapped. I think it's just inevitable, isn't it? You think about it realistically. There's not like a lot you can... You can't keep them on the road forever. And essentially, and I know this might sound controversial, they are essentially workhorses. They're here to serve a purpose. You know, we can't save everything, if you know what I mean. As much as like I want a B10 to be saved and be perfection, and the fact that we've saved the Solo, you just can't save everything. And the fact that Yorkshire Tiger worked them to death, I think there was never going to be any real saving. So I don't know. It's just one of those. It's difficult. Used as storage for seats. Oh yeah. This is a much more fun way to play this game, to be really honest. I never even thought about actually doing this. It was just literally some guy on TikTok was like, if you get bored of FS Simulator, Farming Sim, and you've not really played the new one, he's like, just create a new farm, new game, set the difficulty to hard, or, you know, and then basically put the production, your money to zero and do contract work. Suppose that like makes a huge difference. So I don't know. Yeah. We need to get the bus sorted. Got a lot of work to do. I recently watching and more essential the day in the life of a bus driver in the Peak District. Yeah, he gets around, doesn't he? He gets around, you know. But like, you know, he's working for a company where he can record. You know, that's good for him. You know, I think we all know what we saw a couple of weeks ago with Flat Cat. And how we talked. I hope to save one of the Blackburn verses, considering the way they work their buses into the ground. My hopes are high, but not. I would say with the verses, you'll be throwing money away. The reason for that is, Rosie will tell you, the verse is not a real bus in the sense of it's kind of a bus, but it's not a bus. You're not essentially it's a kit bus, so they're way past their working point. They've done more than they necessarily needed to do, and they're starting to be, you know, I don't think they will. I think they'll be about 15k. Yeah, but the 464s are brand newer. The Blackburn Versas have done 300,000 miles around Blackburn. Yeah? And they're starting to show their age. They need a massive refurb in them. I bet there's loads of problems with like suspension, you know, the front left corner, stuff like that. And the lads and lasses in the engineering department work their asses off to fix them. I think you'll come to find that the chassis on them will be probably getting very ruined, because they're not like a chassis that Volvo built or Scania or MEN. They're essentially an Iveco chassis, aren't they? I think they're a chassis from something else that just gets an engine strapped to it and a body built around it. So you know, they're essentially not a bus. They're just a prefab. That makes sense. I would say on a good day, I'd say probably about 60,000, if not more. With their miles on them, they're probably a lot less, but B9s consistently hold their value. Because like we looked at a lot of B9s, me and Rosie, and we were just like, what? How much? But yeah. So they're not cheap. And to be fair, solos, Rosie got a really good deal for a solo. Yeah, 40 to 45, I reckon. Maybe they might push the top M50 because of the seating configuration, the fact that they've got bucket seats, you know, like the Sky Class. But they've got lights in, like most of the Sky Classes are now hitting nearly 100, nearly 1 million miles. So it's kind of that's a lot. I'm hoping to God I turn a profit here. I would hope so. You travelled age, that's all. Yeah. It was harder getting it back than it was getting there. It wasn't easy. Wasn't easy at all. %, 89%. I've only got one line left to sniff up. 1860 and 869 and 70 are over 1 million miles. Yeah, they are, aren't they? I noticed that the other day. What range did you buy it at? What mileage? Rosie, what mileage is the solar one? I think it's not bad for a solar, the age of it, actually. I've got a funny feeling it's the solar was just shy of 5k after it got fixed and MOT'd. It's not bad for a solo, really, is it? Deadwood fertilizing. We can do the if we got contract. We got some money now, so we can buy the fertilizer. They're not really big contracts. Hoeing. Rock removal. I hate rock removal. Oh, it's not rock removal. I thought it was. No. Spraying. Stone picking. I hate stone picking. I hate wood transporting. Wood transporting can go and shoot itself in the foot. Bale wrapping. Borrow items. Hey, how much would a Pilkington Solar cost, you think? Pilky seems to be really expensive with the buses, though. We see, but that Dart went for like $8 grand. It depends. It depends on what they want to put them up for. 28. So where's 28? So out of it, turn left and turn right. My Dart went up for 18 grand. What? 18? Wow. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculously expensive. Alright, and then left, right. It seemed in good nick when they did the 25. 20 roughly. The Dart was for 18. That Dart is ridiculously expensive. I mean, yeah, maybe they look after the kit. Maybe that's what it's worth, but you know, I don't think I'd want to pay that sort of cash for a bus from for 29. I'm making silage. Silence. I would maybe message Andrews in the Peak Districts. Why? What's Andrew in the Peak District? Yeah, but we're not really, I think at the moment we're not really in the market for one. We're in the market for parts and getting it all sorted. That's the main sort of like next mission, is to get it kind of ready for September for. Oh, a long time no see. Oh, right, DJ the Doctor UK. How you doing, mate? How you doing? It's been a while, hasn't it? I haven't done streams recently because, like, Pilkington's Iveco thing like 130ish. Yeah, but that was brand spanking new, weren't it? And I don't understand why they bought that. It was like one of its own. I love how you have to use bell wrap now. I actually have to use bell wrap. They've got a few buses, haven't they? They do have a few around the old block. We're talking like in comprehension to Vision. No, they're not as big as Vision now. Yeah. Right, so we've done that one. Collect. Baling. Cape Baling, what's that? Right, let's do that one. Do 14. We're doing quite well here. It's mainly scored. Yeah, it's mainly scored contracts. I mean, hey ho, you know, that's what they want. It's where the money is, though. That's why Blackburn Private Hire kind of just dropped that that one that we've got now. Those ones that we have. Right, where's his field? 14. So left and right, all the way to the bottom, and then follow it around. Okay. Getting to try out some really good kit here. Vision were just sweeping contracts. Vision are brutal. Like, they've got some secret like weapon when it comes to contracts, like filling it out and stuff like that. It's the only thing we will buy if it comes up with the right body scan you. Yeah, we've talked about it, haven't we? Right body scan you, or a decent B10 that doesn't require welding. If it requires welding, well, then again, if I do leave and I get the position that I'm looking for, then maybe we could get one that requires welding, but it'll have to be like in 2 or 3 years. But that's if I get the job that I'm currently waiting for. We don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, but I'm saying, like, if a good B10 came up, if an excellent B10 came up, yeah, if an excellent B10 came up that we knew wasn't going to be absolutely horse ridden, then this is just a grass field, so I'm just going to come across it. And I feel like I've just done field 14. Do I feel like it? What position? I can't talk about it yet because in case it affects my chances of getting it. Because like I said, I'm not in anyone's good books at the moment, so I'm trying to just stay under the radar. But yeah, it should be. If I get the interview and all goes well, then it should be fun. It should be fun. Definitely help out with fixing everything that I need to do. I let go on the hill. How is the doctor? Yeah, it's been a while. Oh, it's one of these. You can't. You have to wait for it to drop. Right? Will you still be driving? I can't tell. I can't say. You never know. Never say never. Never say never. I've not even had the conversation. It's just a case of I'm looking to do something different. That's all I can say. And you'll have to wait. But even I don't know. You're far from anyone's. Well, I think I'm in Lee's good books to a degree. But that might be. That's hard. I don't know. Possibly. I don't know. Might be in Travis's good books. Might be in Travis's good books. Well, yeah. I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe one day. Never say never. Never say never. All I can say. Never say never. We've talked about it. Right, just bear me 1 second. I am just going to go and help Slasky. Did that person you've trained on on the one pass? Yeah, everyone passes with me. I always get everyone ready. I'll be back in a second. Can you drive? Do you have a car license? Done for. The problem is, right, you've got to be able to maintain it, MOT it. Look after it. Rosie, you want some Dr. Pepper? Rosie, have you tried the new salted caramel flavor Pepsi? I can't make my mind up. Oi, language moderator. Sorry about that. Sebastian's just he's a little tired, and obviously it's a bit warm. So yeah, but it's kind of when you say taking care of it, unless you've got like some. I mean, we don't have experience, and even we've got to figure out a lot of stuff. But where we're lucky is we have access to like mechanics at work, and we can ask questions. If you don't have readily access to something like that, then you realistically, I'm not trying to talk you out of it. I would never do anything like that. But you're essentially throwing a lot of money at something that requires a lot of time and can essentially cost you a fortune. And if you don't have time or money, then, like I said, it can really, really get you into some trouble with, like, because it's not just also about you've got to store it, you've got to be able to get it there, you've got to be able to work on it, and you're against the British weather. And then it's like parts, like, because even we struggle finding parts. Like, we've got to find like 3 or 4 parts for this bus. Weekend, just to make sure the batteries haven't gone flat. I was going to go up Thursday and start some work on the body work, but I was going to ask you first because I can't remember the code. But then again, I might also nip to Barnsley. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided what I want to do. On my day off. I've got a day off on like Thursday. So, yeah. I don't think they're gone flat because they've been switched off, haven't they? I can't remember the code myself. It's not as easy as getting a battery charger. Like, what you got to understand, these are 300 like a regular car battery is like 120 something volts. These are something like 600 volts. You can do it privately. Most companies, there's loads of people that do it privately. But you've got to have your driving license first, and it's like you isolate the bus. Yes, the bus has we have an isolator switch on the batteries, but we're not convinced that the batteries aren't a bit naft. But we just don't have the money to replace them. Not a fun week to be driving. I've got air conditioning this week, so I'm not going to complain. But no, it's going to be a difficult week for some of our colleagues, especially the ones that have to drive the Volvos. And I'm not going to laugh because I'm the one that collapsed last time. So privately, it will be around 2.5 cost-wise. Yeah, it's not cheap, but at the same time, you do get some benefits by getting your license privately because you do tend to go on the higher money straight away. Those bus companies. It's a cocaine sniffing machine. I want to know a question. When you watch a stream on YouTube, do you get advertisements if you go to Barnsley to see rims are on the Solo, like, I want to get some non-rusty ones, like chrome. Yeah, but how are we going to get them off? Because we need a torque wrench. I haven't got a torque wrench yet. Yeah, driving for a company is probably the easiest way to get your license. It's the way I do it. It's the way I did do it. Kind of glad the buses near me are fully air-conditioned U-Tongs. Might have on board one just to cool down. Oh, the U-Tongs have got great air conditioning. No, it's 1 year now. They've changed it because it's the apprenticeship. You only have to work for 1 year. Gonna be 38, 36. Why do they take part-time? I mean, do they take part-time drivers? Ads on live vids are more irritating than normal vids. Right, I didn't know if there were ads on these. I can't control them, but I just wanted to know if they did it. I'm going to borrow the item and see what it is. Oh my god, that's a big baler. Start the engine. Right, where's that? 49 field. Doing a lot of baling work, so we're going to come out, turn right, then turn left. Zoom out. We've got 4,300. I don't know at what point we can buy a small bit of land. Have to look in a minute. They say... I say that just before I get on ad. Sorry. I'm not for. The thing is, I don't understand. A lot of drivers do work in college uni. Do they? I don't think Transdev offer that. Because that's why Haroon left. I have never seen a baler like this. I've never seen a baler like this. That's an SUV though. It's like a Humvee of balers, isn't it? What's it like inside? Jesus Christ, it's like a combine. Like some sort of JCB fast track. No, Neil's a professor, but I don't think he's a professor anymore. I think he may have lost that gig. Oh, Jesus, why do we have to stop on her? No. I don't know why, but I can't go forward. Look at the steering axis on it. So I have to stop them when it gets 100% great. Preston Bus Company seems to be alright. I don't know. I had a friend who worked there. Gaz worked there. I'm going to ask Meg Train how much they want for their coach. Maybe ragged. Wow. Stop asking people for coaches. Just focus on the one we've got. Got enough problems. Never moves. I can guarantee it's a manual. Because it's probably going to be knackered. Ask how much they pay for rent. I don't know. I've never really got on a Preston bus. I've met some drivers. I've had an argument with one. I know Gaz was friendly. What's in my Gmail? Excuse me, I do apologise. Matty Carmark. Neil retired from college if I remember correctly. I think retired is in brackets. Or air quotes. Christine told me she said £15 when I spoke to Christine. Dump it at travel assist. Again, travel assist. I've had problems with. Is he still not gone to bed? Oh, I'm gonna have to be right back. One more moment. Streaming key do? Oh, I thought I had the camera turned on, have I? Oh, sorry. Just curious why. Fuck. Which one? One of which is spare. Their hybrid's too much tech. Preserving buses doesn't require more than 50 wires. Could you imagine preserving an electric bus? Classic Solo or a Trident is as new as they go. The Solo gets a lot of stick, and I'm looking at you, Baz. You're all giving it stick. And come Great Harwood weekend, you'll be all there. Oh, can we shut on your bush? And I'd be like, Rosie, let's go and kill him and bury the bodies. Oh, that's what you look like. Do you know what? I can't find on OBS, I can't find the stream tab, but I've got a Stream Deck like micro switch thing that I picked up from Chorley for like 60 quid, and for some reason it's got the OBS stream button on it, that the scene. I've signed us up for Great Harwood weekend but no trips, thank God for that. Got to get it there first. The Solo looks nice from the outside of what I've seen. The Solo is nice, it just requires some touching up. The biggest problem we've got is I don't know if it's worth, and I'm going to talk to Rose about this off camera, but my plan is just to paint it white and just be like, not cheaply do it, but sand it down and give it a base coat of white apart from the one panel, or go and get all the panels from that other bus, try and fit all them on it, a hammer, and paint it white, or just paint around the thingy. My biggest concern is I don't know how we're going, because I think the hood's on gas struts. I don't want to around with gas struts. We've definitely got to get the Moffat branding off. So I'm gonna have to buy a heat gun. I've got a heat gun, but I need to buy something that powers the heat gun, or I'm gonna have to agree white and call it a day for now. But the problem is, if we go white, it's a good ride inside. Brakes need some work. I think it's just the brakes are just a solo thing. But if they continue to misbehave, I think I'm going to take it to Ribble and have a word with Pete Johnson, who I think can help me. The tyres definitely need doing. So, all in all, before MOT, it needs a grand in. Realistically, there's a grand's worth of money put into it. Mainly tyres and alloys. Which I'm worried about, because I don't know where we're going to get the alloys from. Because I don't think we can just take them off those buses, because they're pretty much sat on it. I hate my job. Well, Tom, you work in a restaurant. It's not the easiest thing. But you've got a job, you're getting experience, you're getting money. Just keep at it. It will come to you. Well, when I get this money boosted, I'm gonna get some stuff for it. Yeah. I think again, Rosie, I think there's not a lot to really worry about. I think we need to ask Great Harwood how much it'll cost to go into their pay booth. We need to be more careful with driving the dinghy. I think Rosie's in a different career of her driving. I think you're all a bit too harsh on Rosie with her driving. Like, I've been driving since I was 19. I've been driving commercial vehicles. I drove trucks when I was younger, so like I've been on air brakes. I've driven like ERFs. Not far, but I've driven them. And you've also got to remember that I've got like 5 years in this driving crap vehicles. Rosie's got like a year in it, so she's still learning. I'm gonna get some bulbs for it to keep on board. What bulbs? The headlights? Headlight, we need to look at that headlight because it is leaking water in. 2 years. New to it. Alright, I'm defending you. I'm going to get personal and, get upset. It's not my fault. Everything isn't an LED. That is anything that isn't an LED. Can we not fuck around with electricity until we've got it painted? Until at least I get somewhere within, if I do get this next job, being able to actually understand what I'm doing, stuff like that. I kind of like the lights that are in it. They're not that bad. I don't know what your problem is. I don't like white LED lights unless it's in a house. And 31 degrees Wednesday and Thursday. Good luck. Thank you, Tom. But I do have air conditioning on these new buses. Unless I get a Volvo, then I'm going to be in trouble. We do need to look at the rear lights. There's two we may need to replace, if not just all of them, especially with the fog light issue. Yeah, I think that's what my next mission is to go there and pull them out and figure out what I'm doing with them. The good thing is we have about 3 or 4 solos we can pull shit from, so. Cat. You coming up here, mate? Go on then. Is the fog light always on then? Levor's in it and get a blue light inside. Is he not going to sleep? Just leave him. The new 464s have a white light inside, and it really annoys me. The fog light doesn't work if the high beams are on. Oh. Right, so that I reckon that could be a fuse problem. And there's 3 or 4 LEDs that are always on in the rear. Would you do a private hire? Would you do private hire? We can't. It breaks our contract with Transdev. We're not allowed to profit or reward. Otherwise, we have to submit it to Transdev, which means someone has to approve it, and then we have to have an operator's license, which we have plans for. We have no plans for at the moment. How much was this contract? £700. Okay, I can do that. So yeah. I don't know if my controller's broken. I can hide the solo for a tour. Could I hide? No, because it's classed as profit or reward. We can't hire it to anyone. Anything that requires us to do work that has to come under either European law, domestic law, or working time directive gets us in trouble. Yeah. Well, I was gonna take it. To be fair, we need to run it because I think a problem is leaving it. Well, it's available. I could DM you. Yeah, we'd have to be left Transdev. Right, just bear with me 1 second. I'm just gonna go and speak to Sebastian because he's back out of bed. I'm back. Sorry about that. He's really not wanting to sleep. I think it's just too hot. Even I'm sweating down here. I proper caught the sun yesterday, if you haven't seen. Just go back to the game. 2-minute light screen. You don't need my face on the camera, do you? You don't need to see me, you can hear me. Just tap out. Just making sure I can see the mic. Because I don't want to be going into the red. I've been having issues with this mic since I got it. Yeah, we can't privately hire it out because the licensing is an issue. We don't have an operator's license. We don't have the ability to do that, so it just wouldn't happen. Maybe in the future. I mean, we're at events. I think the only thing we could do is if someone said, hey, I wanted to borrow it for prom, but they weren't going to pay us for it, and the family was going to make a charitable donation. I think Rosie would agree we could probably get away with that. But, yeah. If you wouldn't mind, can I have some lemonade with some cordial, please? Thank you, sir. That's probably the only way we'd get around it. You'd have to make it, we wouldn't be doing it for reward. You'd be making a donation to the non-charitable fund or something. Or it was cash under the table and no one knew about it. I don't know. You got to be careful with stuff like that because if we receive nothing for it, yes. And we say that in brackets. I think there are ways to get around it. But we'd have to be like stupidly careful. Yeah, it's again, it's something we have to look into, and it's not like it's going to be in the next 6 months because we've got to figure out the overeating issue, got to get the bodywork looking tip-top shape. I'm not going to get the vinyls off. That's the big catch at the moment. But we'll get there. We've only just started. We received diesel and a warm fuzzy feeling. Yeah, the diesel. They bought the diesel and put it in tanks that we didn't receive. That we didn't go and they didn't put their credit card in. That would get us around that. Sorry. Watermelon cordial from Sainsbury's and lime and strawberry. Oh, it's so refreshing. So we've done 16 bales so far. So clever all of us. That guy was an absolute douchebag though. Not the cashier. The friggin' muppet that was sat on the bloody pump for like 20 minutes while his girlfriend wrote out a friggin' card. Go to Clinton's. You unprepared donkey. Like the most expensive fuel as well. I think it's like the only place in Clitheroe where we can actually get fuel. Because I think the other one's too tight to get into, isn't it? I don't think we'll be able to get into the fire inspector guy. Yeah. I should have wrote a strongly worded email to his company about how he was using his company car on a weekend. Because I bet he's not insured for that. This is the cocaine sniffer, sniffing up the weed, the cocaine. Got 3 lines left. Also like the good fuel, not the cheap supermarkets. No, right. I don't know where people get this from. Right, I will tell you now. Tesco fuel is SO fuel. It always has been. Tesco don't buy cheap fuel because it's not in the prerogative to do it. It comes from the same refineries as BP and Shell and Esso. I can guarantee you that. Tesco fuel is SO fuel. It always has been and it always will be. I think even Sainsbury's use Esso. It just comes in different thing. I think Morrison's use Texaco, and Asda use obviously EG, which is Valco. I think it is Valco fuel, and it probably is Total from Total, because Total's one of the big manufacturers in the northwest of England. So I don't know where people get this like, oh, supermarket fuel shit and cheap. I've had every car I've ever had of it. I've never used premium fuel. Always used supermarket fuel. I've never had an issue with it. It's a load of horse cobble. This is a big field, this. I don't actually know where I'm meant to sleep. Because I don't have a farm. Is there a thing in Farming Simulator where you can actually get a house? You can build a house, a spawn point. Am I just forever going to spawn behind the back of a shop? Like some sort of common street Detroit locker. We've left a pile of straw. I can't remember what fuel we used to fill it up at thingy. From Scotland. That were proper. Yes. Is that yes to me be a common street hooker, or yes to the question towards thingy and spawn point so I can go to sleep? Because I'm on the hard. I've never done it on the hard mode. And to be really honest, I'm actually kind of enjoying it because it does set a new challenge. I think everyone should do this. I don't know if everyone does do this. It might be a common thing, but I've just never done it. For fuck's sake. That's a big fucking line of shit I need to get rid of. Both. Thanks, Rosie. Thanks, darling. Yeah, this is so much funner. A lot more fun doing it this way instead of having like stupid money in the bank. It's almost like a Euro Truck Simulator way of doing it, isn't it? Because you don't start off with a lot of money from Euro Truck, but you can get a loan. I mean, I can go and get a loan, but excuse me, I'd rather not. I really, really want to have a look at that mod for this. If no one knows what I mean, and I'm not going to go and show you on stream because I got demonetized last stream from the BBC for showing you a video that was a BBC character but wasn't on a BBC YouTube program, and I got demonetized for it and got sent a copyright infringement. So I'm not going to show you, but there's a mod on YouTube from a guy who's made a realistic damage mod where you have to service your vehicles. Ain't Esso owned by Tesco or something? No, Tesco have an exclusive contract with Esso for the fuel. They used to do rewards, but now Esso's teamed up with Sainsbury's for Nectar. But most of their petrol stations, most of their PFSs that are private or the private shops are Esso based. It's just the way they've done things for years, which is weird because they don't offer. I don't know if they offer club car points out them ones. Flake, you're not getting on me. I love you to bits. But you're not getting on me. You're a cat and you're full of hair, and I'm already hot. You can buy a farmhouse, yes. Okay, thanks, Bailey. Bailey coming in with the save. Last line. This is going to get me 7,000, which gives me 14 grand. I don't know what I can get with 14 grand. I might want to buy a small field. if I remember rightly, production in FS 20. Oh, what is this? Is this FS 25? SS 22? Is it FS 22 or FS 23? Production raw materials don't have the same rate, do they, of what you call it? They don't make as much money. So, do I go for grass and do silage? But then that requires a mower. So even buying a small field, I'm going to have to be able to buy, or what you call it, a decent, or I can lease car. I just don't know how much leasing stuff is. Can you lease, can you do a contract and use their machinery? This is FS25, isn't it? But I mean, like FS23, they changed the production line, didn't they? You harvested a field, but you could turn it into like bread, which meant the production value of wheat wasn't as high as the raw goods are, as the finished goods are, essentially. That's what I'm trying to get at. So like, yeah, I could do a field of canola. It may only do me like £6,000 back, but whereas grass is silage, if I remember rightly, grass used in FS19, grass had a high value when it was turned into silage, because you could use silage for power, for the power station. Right, yeah, because obviously they've got the bakeries and stuff, so. That was what I was trying to get at, was. Right. I'm not doing any more baling. Might do a cultivating one. Definitely not doing dead one. Fertilizing's not too well. Let's have a look. Where's the map? Let's have a look. So I'm obviously going to be looking at the smaller farms. Is it still R to buy? So they're 60 odd thousand. So I'm not going to be buying them ones. Then what's farm? So 40,000. Have I picked a map with a really stupid value? Right. Okay. So 0.98 hectares. 2 hectares is about 143. Last line, not the first time you said that. Hey, I am a good boy. I have never done drugs. Well, I have done drugs, but I've never done that type of drug. So 32,000 for 0.5 of a hectare. Okay. So field 71 is our cheapest at 26 grand. What about 81? 9. 35 grand for that. Open snap, ant. Ooh! Where did you find that, Harvey? Is it American, that? Is that American? Ant's back home on the 464. Yes, I am. I am back home on the 464. Right. I'm not gonna... See, that's a big one, but I'm only getting 500 for that. Ooh. Oh, that's a massive one, but that's probably worth it. Oh, is that it's the battery variant? Londy's in its American. Permanently? Yes, I'm permanently back on the 464. I am going to park this trailer up here. Flake, I love you to bits, darling. That's a big old combat. I know I should put it on here, but I'm not gonna. Sign out. Sugar. Just don't look at the people. Whatever you do, don't look at the people. What's the best route in your opinions? I will go with Sunny Bower, a 10 and a 2. Yes, 152 is terrible. Why you think, oh, Rosie said the 2's because she's from Chorley. But she is right. The 2's much higher. The 2's are fantastic. Try harder next time. Parking up? I was nowhere near you. Not as bad as the others. Take him bumper. Take him bumper. No one's bad as the autistic one. Okay, this is a big field. I can see why they give me a big combine. Yeah, I was everything does. We have the same car too. It's a good car. GPS in this. Did they not do GPS in the last one? I'm his favourite. Custom. You're gonna get everyone's gonna be like, what? I don't mind the 6 and 7. I don't mind a 6 and 7 on Sunday. Sunday's the best day to be 6 and 7. This is a big field. This is about 17 grand. I'm sure they put GPS in the last game. I missed the 464 versus. get off me and Rose's local. I'd rather take them over than new MCs, I'm not gonna lie. The new MCs do take a while to get used to, I will admit that. They have took me a while to get used to. I still try to open the door without putting the handbrake on. But I do like the full stop brake. Oh, sit up. I really do like the full stop brake. But it makes life so much easier. They're trying to sell the old Versas. They're currently up for sale. They are currently up for sale for 69,000. I swear to God, if anyone buys them, I tell you this now, you're in for an absolute whirlwind of shit show. They are pathetic to the last. Honestly, I don't see how they're gonna. Blackman have an extra. It's because they classify the seat behind the driver as 2. No, the 464s classified have more seats than the Blackman Versas. I'm sure it's the Blackman Versas that don't have the classification for 42 seats, and it's 40. I can't remember. Also, Rosie, where's that sticker come from off the side of the one that's crash damaged? You sent me a photo the other day of the crash damaged one. There's a sticker on it saying from £40 a week, and we can't figure out where that sticker's come from. I'm gonna say, yeah, they class the seat behind the driver as 2, don't they? I don't like the new MCs with the strip lighting. I wish you could turn the strip lighting off in the interior, and if you can, I have no idea how you do it, because I've not done it yet. I've not been able to turn it off. It's the Blackburn ones are 40, 464 and 41. Yeah, I thought they were. Blackburn had 40. These new MCs have a stupid seating capacity. How much brains in this? Oh, it's 52% full. Look, on that 40 you sent me the other day on Discord, there's a £40 sticker on the side of it, and I can't figure out where that sticker's come from. Genuinely, look at the 40 you sent me on Discord. There are DMs, which means you have to scroll back a bit. It's been a while. Oh, got swept and gassed. It's gone backwards. How many can we hold? You cook. Stop calling me a cook. Sorry, I didn't read the chat properly, but I do apologise, Rob. I'm Mr. Ferry. I'm trying to do 2 things at once, and I'm not very good at multitasking. MCs that have, I think the new Taros, the new 200s, 35 seats. Well, they have something like 35 and is it 30? I don't know if it's 32 and 30 standing. I can't remember. I haven't done a video yet about some. Rosie might know how many seats there are in it. How many seats have they got, Rosie? Come on. You always know these things. Yeah. Gosh, Rosie, language is appalling. Not enough seats. There's definitely not enough seats, I will grant you that. Especially when you've got the school kids. It's a 2006 ADO Enviro for 60k. Is it a Moffat's one? Because there was a Moffat's one up for sale, wasn't there? Couldn't be bothered buying it. I wouldn't want to buy an Enviro. I wouldn't want to buy it. They're on lease. They don't buy them, they pay monthly for them. Two of those are ex-Scots Rail. I don't know if I don't know if they're all dealer spec or if they're like someone's ordered something and they've not confirmed. They've basically just said, "No, I'm not having it," and envision it like, "Yeah, we'll take it. You just give me a dirt cheap contract." Because that's what it feels like they do. I've never actually been on a Vision bus yet. Like, I've stepped on board one. I've been on a couple of the Volvos and stuff, and the MMCs, but I've never actually took one as a passenger. My wife has. It's fun. I know that, but I don't want to sit in the back. It's too warm. And you're a cat, and you're full of fur. And you're hot. Yes, let's go for the 17 grand contract. I went on 25A with Kev. It was lovely. So I looked after them. I wonder if they're on like RA, where the Volvo comes out, or do they have their own shift fitters? I don't know. They have it in the Aurora on 45 sometimes. Yeah, I've stepped on board the Aurora. I've never driven it or been on as a passenger. They'll be all leasing, so they'll be like probably 10 to 15, probably like £4,000 to £5,000 a lease, or three grand a lease. I bet they won't be that much because they'll be over 8 years. They'll lease them over a long term. No bus company buys. It's 5k for Liverpool. No bus company buys buses now. They lease them. Just too much of a big business expense to buy. Yeah, I've got 8 messages in Gmail. As a Rapid, the 113, and it was like a racetrack. I don't think they're restricted though, are they? I don't know if they have them de-restricted or if they, because they definitely don't have green road. Because the new Enviros are restricted to lower than what we normally have buses restricted to, aren't they? Like 55. Alright, so you need to go into the selling station, that's fine. Yeah. I haven't actually looked at Discord today. I haven't really briefly looked at it. Did you buy your steering wheel? Any bus is fast if you drive it well enough and push it harder. No, depends. Depends. Can't board views. Can't seem to board. This is cool. I'm gonna work on a model railway soon. Yeah. I went to rails yesterday. Went to rails at Sheffield yesterday on our adventure back from. It was only the rails in what's it? The railway station. But it was a decent rails. Decent rails. There's some good stuff in there. We didn't have a lot of engage. I really need to go to Burnley and figure out if my engage lock up. It's actually fixed. I've had it for, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 months now. 6 or 7 months. Maybe 8, I can't remember. Yeah, it's been a long time. YouTube has a concert. Okay, go. Okay. Going back to local shit to buy their stock of Metcalf kits. Oh, what are you actually doing? Because you've never actually explained your what you want to do with your model railway. I need to rebuild all my baseboards. I threw all my baseboards out. I wasn't happy with my baseboards, so I need to start again with my baseboards. I don't know if I tried to overcomplicate it by making it into like a Castle Cement-esque. I really, yeah. I'm not sure. I need to like probably sit down and figure it all out, draw it all out, like actually figure out what I want to do with it. And one, just all the stuff's packed up in the corner. I need to get rid of the settee. I'm gonna do it in my living room instead of thinking one big room instead of 2 small rooms. That makes sense. What, your front room or your back room? Because your front room will be big enough, won't it? Is that, I don't know if that you class that as your living room, so that's why I'm asking. Sections for North West London and Scotland. Fair enough. A little bit of everything, a little bit of E, C, and L maybe. Yeah. Harvey's got some nice long clothes. He's really got some really good stuff. Who bought a wheel? No, Rosie was thinking of buying a wheel the other day. We were talking about it. I don't know if she's bought it. I've got what you call it, one set up behind me, but I've not got it plugged in because this was just literally a spontaneous thing. I was playing Minecraft earlier on a Realms world that I play with some friends. And I started to build like a subway station, but I just got like a bit Minecrafted out, just didn't fancy it, and I was like, oh, I really fancy, and I was just like, Flake, if you're gonna nudge the mouse, could you just let me know, please, darling? And I was like, oh, I just really fancy playing a bit of what you call it, farming sim. And obviously I saw that TikTok like this afternoon. I was like, oh, that's a really good idea. I really should try that. It's actually keeping me more. It's keeping me more interested in what's going on with it. Like, I mean, I'm missing loads, but normally I find it really tedious. Like I get some cows and stuff, and yeah, just, so. But I think Rosie was looking real. It was like a Monza one, but I don't know. She's got to get. She needs to get a freaking screen first. Christ almighty. I'm trying to fix a computer with a bloody projector from B&M Bargains. Awful. I hope it doesn't rain next, because I'm sure I don't know if you can. Never used to be able to when it rained. You weren't allowed to harvest the farms anyway, so. I need to get rid of the settee. I need to build another desk. What's happening with City Bus Manager? I kind of... There's quite a few episodes recorded. I'll be brutally honest. It's one of those, like... Joe... I don't want to seem like I'm just copying Joe Hendry. That I'm copying, what's his name? Joe Dobson. So I'm trying to find, like, my own little route of doing things, if that makes sense. The problem with gaming videos, they take a lot of time to make because they're on the PC, and I don't use the same editing software on the PC because it just doesn't like. It prefers my MacBook, and then to transfer it to my MacBook, yeah. And then plus, I actually have to do something on them, so sacking the PC off for now. It's kind of difficult with the gaming PC. And it's kind of difficult making gaming videos. You've got to dedicate a lot of time to it. Not saying that I haven't. Say his name and he shall appear. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe. I'm glad someone got that. Got the Joe Hendry joke and wasn't just me being silly. But yeah, it's kind of just like at the moment they take so long. Oh my god, I made a Merc Sprinter. What did I just do then? So yeah, it's kind of just, it's a little bit on the back burner. I want to be able to do more, but at the same time, it's with what I do for work. It's just I don't have time to sit down in front of the computer for 6 hours and make 10 videos. I don't know how Joe does it. He must just literally spend his day off, one day off a week doing it. But unfortunately, I've got a toddler, so sitting down and making some gaming videos has been very difficult at the moment. Making videos in general has been difficult at the moment because I'm limited to what I can say and do. So yeah, I love Joe Hendry. I love how he sings when "Can we fire Logan Paul?" He's so I've been watching before Joe became big in I think it was in Rev Pro for a while. Rev Pro Wrestling. Before he became big in like WWE and the NXT thing, I watched him in TNA and Rev Pro, and I don't know if people can use that, but I've watched a few of his things. Found a solo for 6K with seatbelts. Yeah. So yeah, I really like him. I think he's a great guy. I love the fact that he can make his own theme tunes. I can't remember which one it is, but it's the Scotty Too Hotty. Scotty Too Hot, it's just a shit world. But I'm not going to play it because I'll get a freaking copyright strike from music. And I've already had one copyright strike. So, and 3 channel suspension. So let's not get another copyright strike. I couldn't be asked with belts. More shit for the MRT. Yeah. You could do a collab. I don't think I don't think neither Joe Dobson or Joe Hendry would collaborate with me. I know Sean said he would help me. I'm going to do a save, but all I do is contract work. It's so good, isn't it? TNA more or less developmental, but yeah, totally agree. It's so good, Bailey. Honestly, it's like the best. It's like the best. This is how it should be. Like, you do contract work in Euro Truck Simulator, but you don't ever. I don't think you've ever done contract work in Farming Sim, because you start off with like $500,000 and a farm and loads of gear, and then it's more a case of, oh, I've got to buy it. I'm gonna sell all my stuff to get that one tractor I like. I like this way of doing it. I think this guy, because I think realistically between FS23 and FS19 and 25, not a lot changed apart from we had rice fields, which were a mod anyway. I'm sure they were in the mods. So yeah, I don't know. I just think this is a it's more of a creative way to play. It gives you more like, right, I've got to really think about what I'm doing. And I took on a few. This is like the third or fourth save I did in this, because I took on like contracts in the beginning for like, what was I doing? Would you recommend driving a Blackstone plane? No. 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 Don't be silly. It's not a Volvo. Shit. It's not a proper Volvo. It's shit. It's not a B7. No, they're crap. They're honestly crap. You got to probably like think about what you're going to do next and what contracts you're taking on and where you can build your money up from. So yeah, I definitely like this way. I feel like there should be. Honestly, I go to YouTube and check realistic damage mod. I don't know if everyone's PC can run it. They sound great, probably because the exhaust is hanging off. I would never want to drive over there. It looks so ugly, and they're so unreliable. They're not. I don't think they're shagged underneath. I think since we've got them, we've just not looked after them. I think I'm not blaming our maintenance team. It's nothing to do with them. I think they were on flat land at the seaside, so we didn't really have to do much. Now they're out there in the mountains, going up the grain road. They've got to do hard work. I don't even think an Enviro would survive on the what you call it. Well, do they still do a sale? Of Ultra T series. I've already driven one of them. Wow, 2005 BR7 RL Riot Clip. There was one that was dual door, wasn't there? It was white dual door. That me and Rosie looked at. Yeah. I don't know. You can have a lot of different things for $7 grand. I mean, City Bus Manager contract work, vision style, maybe I'll do that. I don't think you get a lot of contracts on City Bus Manager. You get like, you've got to unlock, I think that's one of the big problems with City Bus Manager. You've got to unlock stars to do the contracts. You're forced into making your own routes. I think it was the X-Tandy one, yeah. But it looked sweet inside, if I remember rightly. It just needed a new back window, didn't it? You know, the City Bus Managers, there's not like the contracts you got to unlock. Because that's the problem with the skipped and save. I was trying to do like contracts, and the school district one, it's so bad. Like, I might try and do. I don't think Joe's done school. I think he only touched it. He only touched it like maybe a little bit on the release, but if I remember right, it's so difficult. Tandy's single door. It was an airport one, wasn't it? It was something, I can't remember. There was definitely a white B7 or Eclipse 1, whatever you want to call it, or Eclipse 2, or dual door. It was like the only one in the UK or something left. And it was in like South Wales, but somehow everyone thought it was like in Rishton. Or Great Harwood, extra lights all one, yeah. Hey, you fight it out with him. You fight it with Timothy. Nothing to do with me. I can't remember. I can't even remember how I got home the other night, so you're pointless asking me what it was. I can't even remember how I got to bloody Bacup or Rochdale yesterday, or the other day. Really, really was tired. You gotta hold on. Yeah, I remember talking about it with you. I remember talking to you about it. And you were like, there's a 2017 Opta in preservation already. As long as it's not a 464. I got gave up on, didn't it? I don't know, did it? Baz, did it get given up on? Why can't you play music on YouTube, man? You think you'd love me to. 7 emails. Gmail's crashed. Google, sort your bloody Gmail app out on iPhone. Right, Flake, I've already told you. I love you to bits. But you're too warm, kitty cat. Too warm. Too warm. Rosie, you working tomorrow? I'm on late tomorrow. Yeah, first X41. I'm on late. %, of the way. I'm gonna fill it up. Right in. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna be running. Wayne station's quite close by as well. 4:30 start. Oh man, that's horrible. That's horrible. Could not be bothered with that. To be fair though, they're pretty good on the old 430, aren't they? I'm waiting for a decent trip. Trident to pop up to cheapest chips. That Opter is one of a kind. Ex-Manchester Airport, 3-door, 10-port SR. 88% transported for field. I'm tempted to call in sick because I feel like ass. Oh, how come you feel sick? What have you been up to? You've just been working loads, or? Van Hooley coach for sale? I'm not a coach person. I wanna be, but I'm just not. I don't get it. I say this to Rosie because Rosie's seen like quite a few coaches. They've been reasonable, but no, it's not. Hay fever, and I think I'm ill at the same time. Oh man, I think I've had hay fever today actually. Sneezing a lot, and like wanting to blow my nose constantly, and not feeling like it's clearing. So I get you. And the cat won't leave me alone as well, which is not making it easy because she's full of like, she's got caught up there. At least you went into Manchester the correct way today. Unlike our esteemed colleague yesterday who decided it was like making it was going on. I wonder if this contract's going to overpay as opposed to like two for sale. I don't have 20 grand. If I had 20 grand, I'd be buying a new car. I need a new car. I need a bigger car. If I had 20 grand, I'd be buying a car. Trust me. I wouldn't be buying a 2014 Pulsar. I'd be buying a Polestar. I wonder if this contract's going to overpay me. Well, he who shall not be named told someone this morning to go in fast. Smith? Jim Smith. It has to be Jim. I don't even know who's on today, actually. I'll get a post office cheap. Cheap. Who is Voldemort at work? Apparently they're doing roadworks in Bacon tomorrow. I don't know how that's going to go down. They meant to be doing them all last week, but we just haven't started, so... I've got a cracking Tuesday as well because England are played, so I'll have a nice, easy run to Rochdale and a dead run back with nobody on my bus. I love it. I love it when football's on. It's such an easy day. I think I picked up like 4 people and I was like, yeah, I want a Cranberries B7 Nordic. She might do a payment plan for you. Jesus Christ, my cat's an asshole. So, would you like to come and see where the cat is? Also, you can have some Toblerone if you wanted. We might want to hurry. I think she's about to make an escape. She was sat like a regal cat. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like a model. Who just sat there. She's trying to get my attention. This is actually not going to give me 100%, is it? This is going to be lag. Nah, man. Yeah, Charlie, don't do it, Charlie. That's the king, Charlie. I think that's going to get all the little bits on. Rosie, what's the length? I don't remember. I want to say it is 8.5 because it's an 850. M850, isn't it? It's like when you have a shave and you forget that you've missed the side bits. You've left those little bits just hanging around. Go to bed then. Why are you not in bed? Maybe. I'm sure that's why it's an M850. It's called an M850 because it's 8.5. Can't remember what we are. Oh, she said we. You going to bed? It won't be long, we'll have to anyway. Ah, you said we. Okay. You probably will. I'll probably get up. Usually the screaming child does it for me. Alright. Good night. Well, I've got rid of everything on the farm. I'm going to put the farm out. Can't remember what make it useless. I've completely got everything. So I'm wondering if it's just a case of dropping it off to finish the contract. Otherwise, I don't know where the 2%'s come from. Yes, we got an extra $3.5 grand from the harvest. That's brilliant. $30K. I'm not baling. Can't be asked for baling, not doing deadwood. Fertilizing. 56. These are some really terrible contracts, aren't they? I don't know if it's because I've got it on hard. I don't really want to bail anymore. I've bailed enough tonight. I might fertilize The question is, do you A, buy a small tractor like this? How much is a small tractor going to cost me for these 30 contracts? Because I could get... So... 1,400. Shy of £2,000. And then... Obviously mowing. We get a tractor, I can buy it. At least you want the equipment, or lease the equipment for a reward reduction by £959. What's this? So what if I fertilize all 3 fields using his consumables? Well, Versa for 10k there. That's shit, they're giving it away. Right. So what 3 fields have we got first? So 56. So I'm going to do 77 first. 77 first. Yeah, if they're giving it away for that price, it's probably something. I will do 30, then I'll do 56. Is this going to work, or is it going to tell me? Buy your land. No, because I want to get more. I can't even afford a decent tractor yet, so I want to see if I can make more money by doing jobs like this. To be fair, it's got 39 seats. It might have 39 seats, but it's 10 grand. There'll be like 20 grand's worth of problems in it. Definitely need to figure out how to use GPS in this game. Unless it's going to be a part of the, what you call it, part of the tractor when you buy it. Or buy your equipment first so you get the full reward. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. This is why I'm doing this with this we need to go a bit further more. Yeah, I'm waiting for a decent like tractor to come up in the sale. But I'm seeing if I can get away with renting the equipment for one field and then fertilizing it on like 77s. Right, so I've rented the equipment for 30, field 30. But can I get away with it? Can I get away with it for using it on another field? Is the question. Because I think it wanted to rent the same sort of equipment. The problem is, will I have enough fertilizer to do the entire field? Right, so I've missed a big bit. Yes, it actually does work. That's a quite a little unique trick then. So I use it for the... So now I need to figure out how to get back to the... I'll turn left here. Yeah, because I came under the bridge, didn't I? That's cool. So yeah, I'm going to probably buy a tractor next then. To contract, to finish like all, and a tractor and maybe this like small fertilizer thing. For doing things like weeding and stuff. I want to say the shop's down here. It's going to be for the hopper, and then it's going to 31. Yes, it is. Right, I've got way too much fertilizer. Right, down to 47, turn left at 47. Yeah, I think that's probably the plan, isn't it? Get, like, because this has just cost me, this took a big chunk of money, didn't it? I don't know how much, I think it was like £3 grand for fertilizer. I think a bit, maybe, ooh, God. Maybe I sell one of those tubs. My advice is get whatever's cheapest now and use it until you can afford better. No, that's what I'm going to do. But I want, like, when I looked in the sale, like, 111 isn't really worth it. But then if I think about, like, if I just go to tractors, you want something that's, like, a decent power, don't you? You don't want to go... I think you want to go medium. That's Fiat 630. That Fiat or that white might be the best one. Or that one, that Agrostar 830. Because it has a front loader. And it has 230 brake, where that has 225, and that has 180. So the brake horsepower matters, doesn't it, in this? Like this tractor's okay for small jobs, but like, in fact, in the smallest tractor, what's the like most? 130. 136. What's the cheapest one? 92. There's 123 brake on that for 92,000. 45 John Deere there. But it's manual power shift, so it's off on the gearbox. 92.50 for 130 brake. 117. So maybe a small tractor. I don't know what this is. This is a Fendt, isn't it? This is variable CT. 114. I don't know. We'll see. We're making some headway though. I mean, these fertilizer contracts may have actually lost us money. Don't want to waste fertilizer. Save it out there. Yeah, we probably have to back up a bit. The problem when you've not got like a... See, would usually use a dribble bar. I don't like the... I'm saying I'm just a bit too close to that line, aren't I? Still at 76%. So yeah. Much better second go, I think. Yeah, I usually use the dribble bar, so it's like you know where your lines are and stuff. Got a little bit too much horsepower, this. Just a bit cow. %. It's not too bad, really. I don't know if these contracts were worth it because they were like 300 quid, weren't they? They weren't loads. Right. 42% solid fertilizer left. Just cut across the fields. That's great. The day we can afford an AI worker will be fantastic. I wonder if I can sleep here. I have my eye on a 2006 Solo. Oh, okay. can you sell your stuff? Just push it back. Where's the sell button? Oh, where is it? I don't think I can sell that if I push it. Obviously, it's clear, including VAT. I don't get that why they don't always have VAT in them. I mean, like I said, it's up to you what you want to go for, but just remember, like, it ain't cheap owning one. I know I don't technically own one, I know Rosie owns it. It's still cost to enable for Rosie. Rosie has to save up for a lot of time to be able to pay for it. And then there's the ongoing cost. It's not like it just ends there. You got to get insurance, and I don't know how insurance works if you don't have a license. I'm sure you'd be able to you should be able to sell stuff. I don't know, I can't remember. Right, Farm 56. I might take my time, but I think it's best doing my own research and asking someone who currently has a bus, which would help. No, I get that. I'm more than happy to talk to you about it, but I'm just like saying, like, the costs. There's a lot of costs that are implemented into owning a vehicle. You know, there's storage fees. You have to store it. There's ongoing maintenance. You know, it's not $6,000 and you're done. You've got to road tax it. There's all sorts. It's not just a case of, oh, let's buy a vehicle and that's it. Like I said, it genuinely is. There's more to it. There really is. And it's not to, like, discourage you of buying it. It's just like, you could use that money to buy a house first, you know, get yourself settled on your own gaff before you go out and buy a bus, you know, especially when the housing market is such a crazy place for young people, you know. Yeah, don't get me wrong, having a bus would be great and fantastic, but you've got nowhere to live. It's not going to be all and end all, is it? That's my opinion, anyway. So you've got to remember where your priorities lie. Where did the Blackburn street light come from? Rochdale? Street lights came from Rochdale. They're part of the Roswell family. Right, I wonder if I got so. I don't know if I actually lost money then financially. Where's my finances? Yeah, I lost $3,000, didn't I? So I broke even on that. No, well, no, I lost money. I didn't break even. I lost money. Fuel is the most expensive ongoing cost, if it is as well, to maintain a bus. Yeah, I mean, you've got that as well, ain't you? I didn't even include that. Completely forgot about fuel. About about 250, I think. On a good day, depends where you get it from. If you get it from somewhere like, you know, storage is nearly 600 quid a year. Is it? How much is storage? £35, is it a month? Can I go back into the shop and sell it? $400. You see, so it's not cheap. 1,200 a year was the last place. Yeah, oh yeah, I knew that one of them was stupidly expensive. Can I use this house to go to sleep in? No, it's on private land. Right, what else we got? Harvesting. Harvesting's not paying a lot, really, is it? We're losing 900 quid if we think it. So what can we do that's cheap? So we've got 3 contracts for fertilizing. So if we have a look in the percentage off, that vulture's too expensive. Only choose that one. Only choose that one because it wasn't definitely. Still have no idea how we would have got 700 around there. He said yes to a 40-foot bus. So yeah, true. Oh my god, look at all the trucks they have now. How'd you find out about that solar, Rosie? I think she found it online, didn't you? I need some big contracts. Yeah. Oh, that went. Oh, shit. What do you want? Ploughing. £3,000, but if you want equipment or lease it, the reward is just by 640. It's not really worth it, is it? And wood transport's fucking pain in the ass. I won't do wood transport with the equipment it gives you. You want spraying, but we don't own. We have to buy the sprayer. That's a 5-hour one. What is it? Carrots. Oh, how would you do that? Do you have to drive it? Do they store it on board? Hmm. Is it one of them where you have to have a fucking trailer alongside you? Don't know. We don't really have enough to buy a tractor, but the jobs are pretty crap. $5 and I don't know if I can do that without 2 people. Fertilizing, we don't own equipment, but we do have the fertilizer. It's not a bad one, but it's going to cost you $640. So you. $640. Some ink has fallen. So $312. $2.5 grand. I might fast forward time a little bit. Who's this guy? Who's he?
First month on the farm behind you, kiddo. How's it going? Nice to hear. Don't forget, you'll no matter.
The fucking I want to be introduced to character. 28 grand in. Can you go in these rooms? I wonder if you can buy this and put chickens in it. Right. I might just fast forward time a little bit. I don't know if that's going to skip another month. No. Alright, let's have a look. Spraying. Again, I don't know if I can do that one because I don't know if you need 2 people. Farmland. I'm going to go for that. Yeah, Transdev wasn't the best. I don't even know how we would have managed that one. No idea. I haven't the foggiest of how we would have managed buying 1700 because they wanted. I don't even think they ever gave us the price for the tires, but I'm assuming they would have been new ones, so they would have would have been new. So there'd have been a couple of grand. couple, maybe $1,000 or $2 each. So, and then I don't even know where we would have found a tyre fitter from. Because it's not like you can just go into a random place and be like, hang on, they've got to be done properly. Torque and everything. What was it? Oh, it was it Sorghum? So yeah, it's a lot of work. Like, I don't know, someone bought like one of those Keithley ones, didn't they? One of the shuttles. I don't know how they're getting on. So 6 tyres at 1,200. On top of, I think what was it, £2,000 for it? Plus that. Yeah, but didn't the guy, isn't some like random kid bought it that's not a bus driver? Who was the person you were speaking to the other day? It's like, wants me to fix their Alexander Dennis. Like, they're relying on, then you have to rely on people. I'm not trying to talk you out of it. I'm not trying to like make you feel small or insignificant. Right? I'm just trying to tell you like the risks. The risks are huge. Limited. Because you're not putting it into an asset that is appreciated. If that makes sense. You're not making money on it. Well, this has been very much alone. But this thing, like, so it's not like you putting it in a bank and you're earning 3% interest. You're putting it in a vehicle, which you can't really. There's a possibility of not being able to enjoy it. And I'm not saying don't go after your dream. I'm saying like just make sure your eggs are aligned, or everything's aligned for you, because you essentially like it's just a money pit. It's like buying an old car, an old sports car. They're great fun, but for 9 months of the year, Jeremy Clarkson did this. We sit in a garage. Like, yeah, we've got the Solo, but we've been out in it, what, 5 times? And on its real test that we did, it struggled to do 6 hours. There's no making money on buses, times 3. It's a smart thing. I know I'll lose money on my bus. You lose some. Well, yeah, you will, won't you? Because you're losing rent, you're losing fuel, you're losing storage, you're losing insurance. You get it total breaks down, breaks it'll cost me an arm and a leg, selling it for bits, we'll just come out to the towing, yeah. I don't think it's going to break down. I'm a bit worried about how it starts up, but I'm glad we did that 17. I feel like that would have killed us. I feel like the Solo's a good starting project. I know it will always just be for fun. Yeah, but I get it. Again, I don't want to talk about it. It only charged because it's not started yet. 1700 was stupid. 1700 would have killed us. 1700 would have ruined our friendship. Because that's the same. That shuttle's going to ruin it. Because the parts alone are difficult to come by. You've got to remember that as well. It's getting parts. Hi, Sam. It's getting parts for it. And it's getting someone to come and fit it. Look, you know, like, let's say Rosie didn't know me. Hopefully come around Transdev more often. Oh, okay. He shall not be named. We don't say the name of the company. I don't know if it brings me to disrepute since Black Cat left Transdev. I think we would have scrapped it by now. 1700. Yeah. I don't. Well. All the things that's wrong with it. 1700 would have been a good bus if it retired 5 years ago. And someone was able to get 5 years of enjoyment out of it. But all the work it had whilst it was in service. I would love and this would be a dream after that. I don't know. Yeah. Buy a model. That's maybe my best advice. Yeah, I don't think I'd know where to start 1700. I was, yeah. Yeah, I agree. I know, there's all the fucking fuses and there's everything, it's fucking... And the fact that it's Generation 1 as well. Because I don't want to kill anyone's dreams, but just buy a model. Just buy a model. Get yourself a decent job, with decent money. If you're going to go into engineering and be a bus mechanic, Timmy, not Timothy. If you're going to go into bus engineering, then this is a different story. This is, okay, yeah, go for it, you know, but you're not going to have, your time's going to be the essence of it. You know, if you're going to learn how to be a bus engineer, and you want to go into being a bus engineer, it's a different kettle of fish. But if you're wanting to own a vehicle for just preservation, for the sake of preservation, and I'm not saying, I don't know you personally, I don't know if I've met you, so I do apologise for that if I sound like I'm being a bit of an arsehole. You're just a bus enthusiast, and owning one is a money pit. And that's the thing, unless you're going to make a career out of it, and you have endless amounts of cash, where you can say, oh yeah, I've got 40 grand in the bank, I can throw 10 of this, and another 5 in fixing it, then go for it, man. Just go for it. Was it on the server? I never actually looked. Whereabouts in the server? Are you plugging the server? Oh yeah, the rat's nest. That's just the motherboard. And then there's all the ECUs. And I mean, it took proper engineers 2 days to figure out what had gone wrong with that as well. And I think even they bodged it. I agree with that, and owning a bus will be a massive learning curve, and it's good when you actually work in the bus business. I mean, I'm just a driver at the moment, you know. I'm a driver Rosie's got a vehicle, and I'm helping Rosie to restore it, and there are days even when I think, Holy shit, what we better have more could you? Spaghetti-ish. It is. Luckily, I don't come from an engineering background. I don't come from a mechanical background, let's say, and I'm not here to say I do. But my dad has worked. I've seen my dad work his magic lane. My dad knows what he's doing with engines. I've watched my dad rebuild stuff. I have a good understanding of how engines work. Could I rebuild an engine? Probably not. I'm gonna kill that cat. But I come from a computer background, so it's kind of monkey see, monkey do. And a lot of the time in computer engineering, we look at others and ask questions and then go from there. In bus mechanicking or engineering, you can't really just go and ask someone. No one's going to give out advice for free. If that makes sense. Everything costs. So, we started off with going to the scrapyard and pulling bits off the bus and looking out. That's what we do. We pull bits off a bus, and then, okay, that's how they came off. Right, let's put them back now. That's how we're learning. We'll pull it off this bus and see if we can put it back when we get back to the compound. I read Shakespeare and stuff. Step further than I found. Smashing the achievements in this game. I've been streaming for like 3 hours nearly. I've made £28,000. I need to figure out how to get GPS now. Yeah, that's fair play, mate. That's a fair play. Right, well, I see I'll come up to 3 hours. I think I might end the stream at 3 hours. That's a good slow stream for a Sunday, isn't it? 3 hours of me. Some people got to see me for 7 yesterday. Cultivated some fields. This game, I might play this game often on stream and off stream. I quite like Farmers. This has been one of the most enjoyable versions of it, trying to get some money together. Been here for a while. Well worth my time. No problem, mate. I appreciate you coming in. Like I said, I always appreciate talking to people. I just don't want to ever think I don't want people to ever think that I'm stopping their dreams and stopping the reality of what I'm saying. I'm just giving my real life, real world experience as a bus driver and as a colleague who works with someone that has some good advice. Appreciate that. Yeah, man, I'm always happy to give good advice. Always happy to talk and pass on the wisdom that I've learnt the hard way, It's why you look to people to find out what you... Oh, God, I almost dropped one. That's got a fucking... So, yeah. Right, we're at the 3 hour mark. I am going to end the stream. So thank you very much for coming in. Check out the socials. Don't forget to give us a like, share, follow, subscribe, and all that good juiciness. If you haven't, don't forget to join the Discord. Follow me on Instagram at bus.driverant. And you never know, we might be back in a couple of weeks with another stream, or we have got a live video coming very shortly. Look, I didn't know I did that. That's a failure in programming, Anthony, isn't it? To show your face at the end. But yep, thank you very much for watching. I will see you all soon. Bye-bye. Where's OBS now? Haha, stop streaming.